Yeah, I've wanted to cut my hair. I've oh my god, why can't I say this fucking sentence? I've never wanted to cut my hair more in my entire life than the last 3 months. And I know that need is going to grow to be even stronger.
Yeah.
Through the summer. It's like wearing a fucking carpet on my head.
Are you going to get it cut like short or?
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
So yesterday I went through a bunch of old photos where I had like short red hair and it was like to here and it was really cute. And I was also wearing my septum ring, which is why my septum ring is in today.
Okay.
And I was
I'm
like,
sorry,
that's
you
cute.
say septum ring and the only thing I think of is a rectum ring.
Rectum ring? I put that in too.
Oh, cool. Okay, nice.
I'm kidding.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. Yesterday after seeing the pictures, I was like, oh, it was cute, but I remember hating having it that short, so I think I want to do to, like, just my collarbone.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start dip dyeing it again, which is where I would, like, do the bottoms in, like, vibrant colors, because I don't go through, like, 5 bottles of dye to do that.
Okay.
With that length of hair, so it's going to happen one day.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
One day my dream will come true. I should show up in a bald... For our Halloween episode... I'm going to show up in a bald cap dressed up just like you.
Alrighty. So, welcome to episode 25.
Wow.
Of F that?
Photo chat?
So, you're at your new job now?
Yeah, I am.
And?
I feel like a new person.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed this morning. I feel like I'm just in a generally a better mood.
Okay, cool.
It's probably just from change of scenery and it's also, I was thinking about this last night. I was like, we should talk about this on the podcast because I'm sure a lot of people know this, and I'm like, I feel like sometimes when you make something that you really, really enjoy work, you start to like not enjoy it as much.
Yeah.
So I enjoy like researching cameras more and like looking into all this stuff more. And I'm actually excited to go out and shoot.
Cool.
One of these days, so I'm like a new woman.
Yay.
How's your week been without me?
Okay.
I was like, you have to choose your words very carefully.
No, it's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of new things going to be happening at the store. So
yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Does that kind of make things feel a little different? Like it's all new and exciting again?
Well, I'm hoping it will. Nothing's started yet. Although we did get new computers. Yeah, so they're large screen. Oh,
you got those in already?
Yeah, they're like large screen, like touch screen monitors.
Oh, so high tech.
Oh,
you went from living in the dial-up era.
Yep. Now we're still doing dial-up.
Yeah. Oh,
more
the
or less,
internet's
right? The internet's still fucking crap, but so
you went through the effort of finding me a new mug, and I'm drinking on the plain side.
Yes. So we should probably talk about our Instagram.
Yes, because we always save that for the end. We know you people.
Yes.
Don't always listen
Nobody
to the end,
listens
which is
all the way
fine.
to the end.
Usually when we start to wind down, people are like, oh, time to get the fuck out of here. We just want to give a quick reminder to you guys that we are on Instagram. That's where we do a lot of our, like, when we do Q&A episodes, we'll post it there. We'll post our weekly reminders.
Yeah.
We have a link in our bio that brings you to all the different channels that our podcast is on. It brings you to our Discord.
Yep.
To a tip jar if you want to leave any tips, which pretty much goes right back into the podcast and like merch that we're planning and stuff.
Yep.
In case any of you aren't familiar with Discord, I feel like people are going to be like, what the hell? If they do listen to the end, they're like, this is like the 5th time I've heard this. Discord is basically like a free online chat community kind of thing. So it's free to join, but a lot of gamers use it. We have a private server, and the link is in our bio. Hopefully it still works, and I don't have technical issues. I'll double check after this. But you just click the link, you make an account if you don't already have one, and it's basically like a little community.
Okay.
So ours is called the F That Camera Cult.
Yep.
We have different rooms for jokes, gaming stuff, music stuff, like literally all conversation. We also have a room for photography, like banter, where you can drop your photos for critiquing on our episodes.
Yes.
We're still waiting on people to join Discord because I know it's not huge in the camera industry or camera photography profession thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you put your photos in there for critiquing, we will critique them on our episodes.
Or even if you send it to us through Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram's cool too.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go through the whole Discord thing, send us a thing on Instagram, a picture, and just say like, what do you think? Would love if you like just let us know if you want us to critique it.
Yep.
And we'll do
You can
that.
even send the questions and everything through Instagram.
Yep.
Um,
I know we're on Twitter somewhere, but neither of us know how to work Twitter, so
Exactly.
don't do that. We were on TikTok at one point.
yeah, we did one TikTok video. We
Oh,
should
there's a
probably
couple.
do. Was it a couple?
There's like 5. They were
Oh, yeah,
funny.
that's right, yes.
I went back on
Yeah.
after because our last TikTok was posted in like fucking December,
Okay. Yeah.
and there was a comment on it from December, and we didn't respond because neither of us were on it. There was a comment on it just saying, "What is this?" Because I think it's not like typical TikTok stuff.
Yeah.
So we just took clips, like funny joke clips, which
Yeah.
I think is really cool. We had a lot of likes on it.
Yeah.
A lot is like 5.
Ooh, yeah.
So maybe we'll get back on the TikTok train.
Yeah, we'll have to give that a try.
Yeah,
So,
if you have some spare time.
yeah.
Because Chuck does all the editing.
Yes.
I do absolutely nothing. No, I
You
do.
take care of the social media.
Yes, I do Instagram and Discord. Speaking of Instagram, last week we started with our first weekly shout out.
For Doyle.
Doyle was our first shout out.
He was so excited.
He was
oh my
pumped
god.
as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's helped us with a lot, so we gave him the first one. But we're going to start doing weekly shout-outs.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested for shout-outs, let us know. Right now we're just kind of going off of people that like we know of and like
Yeah.
we want to support and they support us and
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. So this week's weekly shout-out on Instagram is to a guy who's super cool. He used to be one of our customers. He used to be one of my customers.
Yes.
He shoots Nikon, and he still listens to this podcast. I think.
But he shoots Nikon?
He shoots Nikon, and he's actually really fucking good. So there.
Really?
We can shit on Nikon
so
all
that
we
just
want.
goes to show you that it doesn't matter what camera you have.
I was gonna say I shit on Nikon a lot, but that's because I'm a shitty photographer, man. Okay. No. I don't want to say I'm shitty, but I'm not even comparable to this guy. So this guy, I feel like I've made it a mystery. Michael Anderson, his Instagram handle is at michaelandersonphotography.ca. He's super talented. This guy does things with lighting that I have never seen before.
He's like the Red Bull photographer, right?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if he still is. I feel like I should have fact checked before. Sorry, Mike. But yeah, he was a photographer for Red Bull. He might still be. He does like sports photography and stuff, but he also does like a lot of creative stuff. I know he had this big shoot for a makeup artist in the Ottawa region, and I'm not sure if you saw these over Halloween.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And he did like a bunch for her, and they were fucking dope. So dope. And he does a lot of shoots for like recently I know he was telling me about like a lot of like music artists, so like a lot of people in hip hop and stuff.
Yeah.
And just his stories for these shoots are hilarious, and the shoots are fucking amazing. I know at one point, I'm not sure if you were there that day, he was telling me about he had to have a throne brought in for one of his shoots.
No.
Oh, so cool. He had to like rent a throne.
Okay.
And it was huge. I can't remember if I've seen that photo. But yeah. It's his stories are great. If you guys need to do yourself a favor and go follow him. He's the most talented sports and lighting photographer that I know.
Cool. Okay.
So, shout out to you, Mike.
I don't know
Thanks
if I
for
follow
sticking
him on
around.
Instagram. I'll have to check that out now.
Pardon?
I don't know if I follow him on Instagram.
What the fuck, man?
I know.
I'm kidding. Go follow him.
Yes, I will. Because most of the stuff I follow is like wildlife and nature and stuff like that. So
yeah, it'll be like a good disruption in your feed.
Yeah.
With other content, but it's always really nice to look at.
Cool. Well, there you go, Mike. Mr. Anderson. Any relation to Neo?
What?
The Matrix.
Is his last name Anderson?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible because I just watched the Matrix
Did
trilogy
you really?
with Justin over like the last 3 months.
Like
That movie
when
is just...
when Keanu Reeves is being interrogated, right? His mouth gets so...
right, yeah.
Is there a problem, Mr. Anderson? So, anyways.
I can't... That actor, he's also... We were watching Captain America.
Okay,
And
yes.
he's also in Captain America as that red guy.
Yes.
That guy's in fucking everything.
Yeah.
He has quite a portfolio to go off of. Lord of the Rings, The Matrix, Captain America.
All fantasy stuff.
Yeah. But it's all like really contrasting fantasy stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Which is really cool. Yeah, The Matrix is interesting. I had only seen parts of it before growing up, and then Justin and I watched... I swear to God, the second movie, half of the movie is just sweaty people dancing in a club cave in the basement. It's like a whole fucking... I don't know, it felt like 6 hours of my life. And I was like, is this why boys like this movie? It's just like, and they're like... That's how I dance in a club, by the way. You all just got a special treat. For those listening, your loss.
On Netflix, there's a new serial killer thing going
I
on.
saw. I'm really excited.
Sons of Sam.
I want to watch it. It looks really good.
It's interesting.
That's a Zodiac killer, right?
No.
Oh, what the fuck? Got my
He's the
serial
44 caliber killer.
Katie's very disappointed in me right now. She's like, Vanessa, you should know better.
Anyways,
Katie's our resident serial killer
yes.
professional.
Hold on. Only one shout out per...
Oh, well, we're not shouting her out. I'm just saying. She's our resident serial killer. What do you call it? I don't know. She's a serial killer.
Exactly.
Period. Love you, Katie. Oh.
So it's interesting because it's like the first 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes.
Don't spoil it, even though I've heard
are about the serial killer. And the rest of them is about the investigative reporter.
Yeah, who like dives into it.
Yeah. And like the last 3 episodes.
Sorry, I just realized it was in my my pocket and I didn't want any disruption.
So she throws her... My phone always sucks. I don't know why my phone sucks so much. It's because you throw it around.
Well, it's carpet, first of all. I wouldn't do that on concrete.
No, that'd be a bad idea.
I just didn't want any disruption in the audio.
Yes.
So if you've made it this far and you're like, what the fuck is that little crackling noise? It's my Google phone.
Yeah.
I have to say Google with very much caution.
Why?
Because your fucking house is hooked up to Google.
Yeah, but you have
it's
to
like,
say...
yes?
You have to say, hey...
Google?
Yeah. For it to do anything.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted you about
Yes.
the Sons of Sam. Son of Sam? Sons of Sam?
Sons of Sam.
Oh, there's multiple...
Oh, yeah,
children.
it's very interesting. It goes into the occult and Satan worshipping and... Oh, yeah, it's...
My daily life.
Yeah. It's interesting, but, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. I've been, it's been on my list, because it shows up at the top.
Yeah.
But I go to bed early these days.
What time did you wake up the other morning? What did you say?
5:40.
a.m.
Before my alarm.
Wow.
And I just stayed up. Well, actually, I didn't stay up. I stayed up for a bit, and I was like, I'm bored. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm really good at going back to sleep on command. But, sometimes. When I need to, it never works. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm like a new woman with my sleep schedule. But, I like how our banter is just Netflix.
Yeah.
No more Disney Plus anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You canceled
The thing
that.
I miss most about Disney Plus is The Simpsons.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of rewatching shows. Like having comfort shows that I just keep on. It used to be Friends, but fuck you, Netflix.
Watch New Amsterdam.
That seems like a high anxiety show.
No. Well, watch a couple episodes.
Okay.
Tell me what you
I'll
think.
have to watch it. What was I going to say? Oh, you know what I did watch?
Mm-hmm.
Is the new, only one episode, the new Elvis documentary.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know about my Elvis thing?
No, I didn't know you had an Elvis thing.
Oh, no. I feel like I'm talking a lot already.
An Elvis thing, okay.
You obviously know that I have an obsessive personality.
Yes.
It's one of my many wonderful traits. When I was 8, that obsession came out as like an Elvis Presley obsession. And that started at like 7. Out of nowhere, I remember the first time I looked him up because I had a dream about this guy Elvis.
Okay.
And I remember part of the dream, and we were in my church gym. And then he just came out on stage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I was like, I don't know this guy, but he's pretty cool. And then I woke up and I was like, weird. So I looked up Elvis.
Yeah.
And then it just rabbit hole. And that carried on until I was like the age of 12, and it never really fully went away. So I still have a very soft spot in my heart for Elvis Presley.
Okay.
He was the first man to make me feel something.
Your first love.
Yeah, he actually was. And my dad and like everybody who knew me growing up like loves it because they know how bad it was. Yeah, so we would rent movies from like the library of like live concerts, and I'd be sitting there like bright-eyed, like looking at it all innocent. And I remember like my dad and grandparents were there. I was like, Dad, can we go see him? Like, I want to see him sing like in person. My grandma was like, she turned around and left the room. And my dad's like, honey, I need to tell you something. And I was like, what? It was all a blur for me, but I heard that I cried.
Oh, man.
That's his favorite story to tell people.
Yeah.
But anyways, I had this Elvis obsession, and it was unhealthy.
Yeah.
But I had a shrine in my room. Like,
holy shit.
And people still get me Elvis things. Like, if anybody sees Elvis things, I have like a bucket full of Elvis stuff. Anyways, Netflix has a new documentary on Elvis Presley. Yeah. I ate that shit up. It's like a limited series, so you know it's good when it's a limited series, because it's like a couple really long episodes. So it's essentially a really long movie.
Nice. Okay.
I watched almost the full episode the first day. Yeah, I only watched the first part, or a part of the first episode, because it's a long episode.
Okay.
It's like an hour and 40 minutes for the first episode. I don't know how many episodes are there after that, but if you like Elvis, watch it. There were things in there that I didn't even know, which is impressive. 8-year-old Vanessa would be floored. So.
Well, I know for Halloween I'm going to get myself some blue suede shoes, and I'll get like the onesie that Elvis used to wear.
I don't like impersonators. I feel like I should say that. Ever since I was little, my dad was like, oh my God, we went somewhere, and it was during my phase. And he's like, oh, look, there's an impersonator. I was like, that's not Elvis. Get out of here, you fucking fraud. But it's I think after COVID, and once I have money, I'm actually going to plan like a trip to Graceland with my dad, because I really, really want to do it. And there's an Elvis convention that happens every year.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
Yes.
I think it's in Collingwood.
Sure. Okay.
Anyways, we've wanted to go to that. And he's like, I didn't know where you'd stand on that, because like of the impersonator thing.
Yeah.
But I think at this age I'd love it.
Yeah.
8-year-old Vanessa would be quaking in her fucking boots. You're all frauds. So yeah. Now I'm gonna go home and watch some more Elvis stuff. This is gonna be a great day.
Maybe I'll watch some of that at work today.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It might be a little boring to some, but there were a lot of things in there that I didn't know. Like, Elvis was, I obviously knew this, Elvis was a very ugly child. I just have to say that. As a child, he was real ugly. He was also a complete weirdo in high school, which I didn't know.
Okay.
Like, a lot of kids thought he was weird as hell.
Interesting. Okay.
There's a lot. I don't know how I segued into the Elvis thing. I guess the title would be something about Elvis, maybe. Elvis is dead? What do you mean?
And next week, not this week coming, but the following week, Sue and I are taking off to Algonquin for a week.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
You bringing your cameras, I'm assuming?
No, we're going to just bring some pencil crayons along and try and draw everything that we see.
Please do this. I fully support it. We'll post the photos after. There's like a fucking moose. It's like antlers and stick legs. That's how people used to have to take pictures in the olden days, okay?
Yes. And they'd put them on the cave walls, and that's how they decorate their house. They just finger paint.
I wasn't thinking that far back, but that makes sense. I was thinking of like when people literally used to... Well, I don't know. I think... I'm forgetting the basic term. Like a pinhole camera that just like rotates the image or whatever. People used to do that and then just paint it or draw it.
Yeah.
That's tracing, basically.
Yeah.
I'd like a pinhole camera for my birthday.
So it'd be nice to have a couple of really good lenses for Algonquin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like a 100 to 400 or 200 to 600 from Nikon.
Or a macro.
Yeah, or a macro lens. These are all Z lenses that were supposed to come out in 2021, and they've been delayed. Again, actually, they were supposed to come out in 2020.
Yeah.
So Nikon keeps delaying shit.
Yeah, so that would mean that there have been no new products released by Nikon in 2021?
So far, yeah.
I like how we shouted out Mike in this episode, and it's like, some more bad Nikon news.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't shoot Zed, I don't think.
Oh, well, why not?
'Cause
He should get on board.
he shoots, like, flagship. You look disgusted.
There's a Z9. When the Z9 comes out, I wonder if that's why they're delaying these lenses, because they're putting all their money in the Z9.
Yeah, but like, stick to your guns on stuff that you say you're gonna do.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me.
Just
but
do it. God damn it.
So yeah. Anyways, those lenses that Chuck just listed are all lenses confirmed to be not released this year. So they're confirmed to be expected to be delayed.
Yes. They might show up at the end of the year, maybe. Who knows? I don't know.
What was it? What else was it? Right before COVID, they announced the 70 to 200 2.8. Remember that? Everybody was like losing their fucking minds about it. They took pre-orders for it.
Yep.
This was a shitstorm. We're not shitting. We are shitting on Nikon. Sorry. We're shitting on them with love. What's it saying?
The 70-200.
Oh, so they came out with the 70 to 200 probably like the beginning of the beginning of 2020, maybe end of 2019, and they started taking pre-orders for it. And there were quite a few people that had pre-ordered it, and then they took it out of pre-order.
Yep.
With no expected date. Then COVID happened, and people were like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Where is it?" It came out last summer. I think I saw one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then they were just like super delayed.
Yep. Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. And the funny thing is, like I mentioned in the last episode, the Olympics are coming.
Yeah.
The Olympics are coming. The Olympics are coming. Like, if they have the Z9 out for the Olympics, they should have these lenses out. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's dumb. They're also there's supposed to be up to 5 that are delayed at least.
Yeah.
So the 3 are the 105 macro, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know why they have to call it a micro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? Excellent,
to be different.
So the 105 micro, the 100 to 400, and the 200 to 600. These are all Z lenses.
Yeah.
But there's also rumored to be 2 Z lenses for the APS-C.
Yes.
Which,
okay. Yeah.
I mean, oh no, the people with their Z30s aren't going to be able to get.
Yeah. If the
No
Z30
offense.
comes out.
If you have a Z30, good for you.
No.
Poking fun.
There is no Z30 yet.
I know.
It's a Z50.
If you're getting a Z30.
There we go. Okay. The fuck.
Jesus Christ! The look of disgust. You're just disgusted with me today.
Now, speaking of mirrorless and their lenses, Sony is finally discontinuing their A-mount DSLRs.
Wow. Wow.
I know the last one that came out was the A99 II. It was in 2016.
Yeah.
I didn't even know those were still available.
Me neither. So I read this and I was like, wait, finally? They were still around?
Yeah. I remember having some people come into the store with their
I
Sony
saw them
DSLRs, and it's like...
You, sir, are living in
The
the
Stone
Middle
Age.
Ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, man? Get back on your horse and carriage and get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God.
Wasn't that
Stupid.
funny?
Oh, it was pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're discontinuing the A99 II, the A77 II, which I've seen more A77s.
Yeah.
I remember having people come into the store and being like, can you look into the A77 II for me? And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. I lied.
Yeah.
But that was released.
The A77 II was in 2014.
Yeah, that was released 2014. And then the A68. What the fuck is that?
Oh.
This is 68 of A. That was released in 2015.
Yeah. So these are, fairly old cameras. Well, especially in the camera world now, these are antiques.
I know. It's kind of weird to think that. Don't mind me, I'm just petting the bench.
Yes.
For people who I always realize after we record an episode that there are people who don't watch this. They listen.
Yes.
They're probably like, what the fuck? They just hear like a suede feeling and they're like, what's she doing? I'm petting the bench. It's like a Swedish kind of thing.
And Canon is talking about launching out into space.
Oh my God, don't even get me started. I have so much paranoia about that fucking space thing.
Well, we'll talk about Canon first,
okay.
and then we'll talk about
You're
your
like,
space thing.
we'll talk about that after.
So anyways, Canon's getting some tilt shift lenses.
Yeah.
With autofocus.
That's crazy. That's going to make it the world's first autofocus tilt shift lenses.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a 14mm f4 and a 24mm 3.5.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Those will be... I like that they're wide angle too because they're actually reaching for the target market that's probably going to use them.
Yep.
Which are like architectural kind of things. So that's really nice. I was going to say maybe we should explain what a tilt shift lens is, but I don't even know how to explain it.
Nope. There's a website that talks about it perfectly. It gives it perfect description. It's called Google?
.ca.
Yep.
Not Bing.
Not Bing, no. So, what's this space thing?
Oh, it gives me so much anxiety.
Oh, before we get, while we're in space, first, the Mars rover has this little helicopter flying around Mars now, eh?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So what's this thing about space?
So did you hear about China launching their rocket?
Yep.
And you know how there was a piece that was also launched up there that is hurling itself back towards Earth, and nobody knows where it's going to land or when it's going to land, or well, they know it's going to be within the next. I watched it a week ago and they said 2 weeks, so within the next week. I Existential crisis. I'm like, I gotta live this week like it's my last. No, I'm just a little dramatic. And then I started reading stuff, and Justin was like talking about it too, and it's not likely for it to, knock on wood, I hope that echoed through the microphones. It's not likely to land in, like, on land.
Okay.
Because there's so much fucking water on the planet.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No.
We enjoy having water on the planet.
Yes. That's a nice thing, considering we're 70% water.
I'm 72, actually.
Yeah. That explains so much. So anyways, yeah, I first read that and nobody like talked about like where it was gonna land or like anything. They're just like, there's this giant piece of metal that's hurling itself towards the earth at an alarming rate, and it's gonna come in the next 2 weeks. And I'm like, great, I have 2 weeks left to live.
Yeah. This
is fantastic. And I can't even go outside without a mask. No.
Have you gotten your...
I haven't yet, but it's becoming available in the next couple weeks to people like me.
Cool. Yay. Yes. You're gonna get your shot.
Getting shot up. I don't know what they're giving out. Probably AstraZeneca.
Probably, yeah.
I want to get like something fancy, like high end, you know? I want to be able to tell people I got like Moderna.
So you got
like,
Moderna.
Wow. I want to be like, oh yeah, I'm a Pfizer girl. I'm a Johnson & Johnson. I don't even know if they still have the vaccines out for Johnson & Johnson.
I don't know. There's so much different bullshit going on.
Anyways,
stuff, so
I'm getting shot up soon.
Yay.
Hopefully. And then I'll be able to talk to Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Better cell reception. Maybe that will improve my Google phone.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I look around all paranoid when I say the word. Oh my god. Yeah, so I feel like that was it for camera news. There hasn't been too much.
No. Not much going on right now.
And if you've made it this far, we're going to try keeping our banter about stuff in the beginning. We talked about this before we filmed.
Yes.
I feel like we should say it so that people can expect it.
Yeah.
We're going to try to keep our banter and stuff in the beginning because a lot of people want to support us. They don't give a flying fuck about cameras, which is okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wish I had more to tell you about stuff.
No. Well, you've got like weeks and weeks of training to do.
Yeah.
So you moved to a safety shoe place.
Yes. There's a lot.
Just so everybody knows.
Yeah. It's really random. And I know a lot of people, when I told them I left the camera store, we've released it in another episode, but I'll keep the confidentiality. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyways, yeah, everybody, like, on Instagram, on my personal, I took a picture of like the cake that Caitlin made me for like starting a new job.
Okay.
Did you see it?
No.
She made me the cutest little fucking cake.
Okay.
And it just said like congrats, and it literally had like dandelions on it and stuff. It was adorable. So I posted it on Instagram and I was like, oh, the cake, like a little blurb about how cute it was that Caitlin made me a cake for a new job.
Yeah.
I didn't think that I hadn't told majority of the people in my life that I got a new job. And I didn't want to, because there's all this judgment, and I'll come out and say it. There's a lot of judgment in leaving the camera store because I'm a photographer and that's what I went to school for.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who, not everybody obviously, but there's a lot of people out there who kind of think that that was like the best job I could get. Okay. It is a really good job, but, you know, wasn't for me anymore. It was time. But telling people, they're like, oh, where are you? And I'm like, great, I have to explain this random place that I'm at. I'm at a safety shoe store, so we sell, like, work boots. So it's always interesting to see the reactions. But I work with a lot of old camera store staff. Yeah. Which is really cool. So I know a lot of the old staff, I still talk about this kind of stuff all the time. But the training for that place is insane. So it's an 8-week training. My first week was spent going over, what was it? Clearly it didn't stick. No, it's just because I'm ADHD. So the first week was all like product knowledge, and it
Okay.
wasn't specific brands. It was going into a work boot and different types of work boots and going through every single layer and what each different material does.
Wow.
So like there were outsoles, insoles, inner linings. So like for example, outsoles. I'm not gonna go too much into this because I have decided I'm not talking about it this weekend. Because it's all I've been listening to and learning about. But outsoles, so for example, there's like 2 or 3 different materials that outsoles are made out of.
Okay.
And then we learn everything about each material.
Wow.
And they do that for every single aspect of the boot. And then you go into specialty boots. So like rubber boots. And then you go into the plates. So like plates, toe, safety things, like everything. So it's really extensive.
Now, do they still make wood toe?
No, so there's 3. They make a steel toe.
Right.
And steel toe is the cheapest.
Yeah.
There's an aluminum toe.
Okay.
Or aluminium. Ricard corrected me on that. I don't know how to what it is. Aluminum or aluminium, whatever. And then, so aluminum is the same thickness as steel.
Okay.
And then there's composite. So composite is like a kind of like a plasticky material.
Yep.
But composite is actually really good. And majority of these, people will come in and be like, oh, I want a steel toe boot. Majority of them are composite toes that they're getting.
Okay.
Because it's this, they all have to meet the same safety standards.
Right.
But they're just different materials, so there's different benefits. So the benefit of composite is it has to be thicker.
Yeah.
Or that's just an aspect of it. But it doesn't get cold. Because
Right.
wearing an aluminum or steel toe in the winter is going to be fucking freezing.
Yeah.
So composite doesn't do that because it's plastic, but it's stuff like that, and then you learn that for every aspect of the boot, which is something I kind of wish that they did with cameras, but it's going to be really lengthy if they did that with cameras.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But it's really interesting, so that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
But I think the new area is exciting. There's like a used bookstore a couple doors down that I'm dying to get into. There's a ramen place across the street.
So this has been episode 1 of F That Boot Chat.
No, I won't talk about boots too much anymore. It's not my life's calling, but it's a good job and the team is good and
Cool.
good
That's
for
the
now.
important thing.
Yes.
Right?
I'm happy.
Good.
And I'm also waking up at 6 a.m. now, so I'm a whole new fucking woman.
Which is, that's fucking crazy.
I don't know why.
What time does the store open at?
9.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's half the distance it was from the camera store.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, because that's the first part of Marival, right? So.
Yeah. So one, I didn't realize, because I was like, oh, it's... To get to the camera store, it was 25 minutes on a really good day, like when the highway was dead and I could fly at like 120. So on average, it's 30 minutes to get there.
Okay.
This place, on average, with traffic, is 15.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, that's only...
Wow.
Wow. I was like, oh, that's not that bad. The other day, I made Caitlin some banana bread in return for the cake. And I went to drop it off after.
Yeah.
And that was the longest fucking day of my life. That sounded really bad. It was the longest.
Because you went and saw Caitlin, Caitlin.
Yeah, no.
She can just drain you.
Caitlin,
right
I love
out,
you.
right?
Don't listen to him. I almost said listen to him. No, it was the longest drive because I was used to doing for the past couple days this week 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I get off work, home in 15 minutes. It's fucking great. And it's light outside. Life is good. And then I drove to Canada. Oh shit. My stomach. Well, no, I don't know. Oh my god, just cut that. I said, oh shit, because I said Canada, and then my stomach started doing
That was like 6 thoughts all at once. Oh shit, my stomach.
This is how my brain works. So, I'll redo that. So, driving to the camera store, I drove there and it felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
And then I had to drive back, and I was like, I got off, like I got home and I was like, Justin, I got off an hour ago. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I got off an hour ago and I'm getting home now. Just from driving to and from the camera store. because Caitlin lives near the camera store, I'm dropping so much information that I don't need to. But
it's all good.
Life is good, but the ADHD is still strong. I might be going on meds soon, so that might change. All your entertainment's going to be gone if I get on medication. It's over for you all.
Ruby Vanessa.
How boring it must be for everyone else to only have one thought at a time. What is this?
Anyways, I think that's it for today.
Yeah, that's done. We're done.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed episode 25 of F That.
Photo chat.
Toodaloo.
Motherfuckers.